Hello and welcome to tonight's Ghostly Tales. Tonight's ghostly tale comes from Durham City. The tale happened in the 1990s when building work was happening in and around Durham City. Old buildings were being knocked down and new buildings were built. Some old buildings were converted from into different things. The Prince Bishop area was built a shopping centre and many new restaurants opened up. One such place is where the story is set, but for certain reasons, I am not going to give you the area where this exactly happened. The developer and the planner had gone to check out this building to see what was needed to convert it into a restaurant. The developer had also took his young son, and as the developer and the planner were walking around discussing and looking at the plans of the building and what the developer wanted to do, his son got bored and decided to have a look around the buildings himself. His dad told him not to go too far and don't get lost in the building. After an hour or two of walking around and discussing things, the planner and developer agreed that it was time to call it a day. So the developer shouted at his son and says, "Go on, we're ready to go." The son said, "But we can't, Dad. We can't go yet. Mary's still in here." The son was about 9 years old, and he said that he'd been playing hide and seek with a young girl who he'd met when he'd started looking around the building. The dad said, "But there's nobody here." And the young lad says, "There was, Dad. There was a young girl came in, and we've been playing hide and seek." The developer asked the planner would he help him look to make sure there was nobody in the building, because he did not want to shut the building up and to have the young girl locked in the place. So they searched and searched, but they could not find anybody. The dad, thinking that the son had been lying, says, "Are you sure you were playing hide and seek in here?" The son said, "Yes, Dad, I have." He says, "Mary was about my age, but not as tall as me. Her face was very mucky, and her clothes were very like rags. She had very poor shoes on, and they were floppy and holey. She seemed her clothes were very old." The dad says, "Okay then, son." They had one more look, but couldn't find anything. Later on, when they got home, the dad again quizzed the son about this tale. He says, "Please tell us, were you lying about this?" And the son says, "No, Dad, I was playing with Mary. We were playing hide and seek, and she was in the building. And as he was talking, he says, she was dressed like them on the telly. They'd been watching a drama about Victorian England, and the son said she was dressed like them." The dad said, "Okay then," and thought no more about it. However, a few weeks later, he was in the building doing some construction work when he saw from the glimpse of his eye something move. He turned and he saw a fleeting shadow move around a corner. He went to have a look, and as he did, he saw a young girl running and disappearing into the back room. He went to see where she'd gone, thinking that he'd once again left the door open and somebody had come in. He went to have a look, but there was nobody there. The girl, what he saw, fitted the description of the young girl that his son had said that he'd been playing with when they came that first time. When the dad looked further into the history of the place, it turned out that the building had once been a workhouse, and many young children had been there. Once the restaurant opened, there has been sightings of a young girl popping around corners when patrons and customers are walking around, or when the waiting staff are about, seeing a young girl with a monkey face popping around corners and thinking that somebody has come in who shouldn't be in there, or who's run away from their parents is in there. So if you ever go into any of the restaurants in Durham and you're sitting having your meal and you see a young girl pop her face around the corner and her face is a bit monkey and her clothes a bit raggy, maybe you've seen the Victorian girl.